Hi guys, here's another video. I'm going to be looking at this VETEC F7 mountain bike. I'm going to be refilling the hydraulic system with mineral oil. Can't see any more videos regarding this on the internet, but I'm going to have a go at it today. Okay, there's an adjuster nut on the hexagon on the outside, and inside the middle there's a refill screw, what you squirt the fluid in with. So what I'm going to do is here is remove the screw, and you might get some fluid coming out once I've removed the screw, but I think this has been drained. So what I've got to do now, I've got to use some brake fluid, mineral oil, to top it up, because there's none in there, none in the system whatsoever. Here you can see me just putting it in a syringe. There you can see I've got a syringe loaded with the brake fluid, mineral oil. Just get rid of the air in the top of the syringe. There you can see I'm just getting rid of the air. That should do. So all I've got to do now is pop this inside the cylinder where I've removed the fillet bolt. And what I'm going to do now, I'm trying to pump fluid into the reservoir, but it's not filling up. There's a blockage somewhere. So what I'm going to do is remove the handle. I'm going to remove the whole thing, because I think there's a blockage inside this the master cylinder. Sorry, the brake reservoir. So I'm going to remove the hydraulic cable here. And I'm going to have to remove the handlebar grip also. Let's get that out of the way, it's perished anyway. So here you can see me just removing the brake lever with the reservoir assembly. And there's a blockage in it somewhere. Let me just show you here. There's a tiny little hole here, that's where the fluid goes in, not the bigger hole, and it's blocked. So I'm going to get an air line on it and free it off. And you can hear there, it's nice and free now, there's air flowing through it. So I'm happy with that. So it's just a matter of refitting it. So I'm just going to pop the hydraulic cable back on there. Just tighten that up. And just make sure it's at this height point. So now I'm pumping fluid into the system. As you can see, it's just squirted out there, so it's coming through now, and it's filling up the reservoir, as you can see there. So a lot of the fluid is dirty, because like I said, the bike's been standing for a while. So I'm going to mop this first lot up, and as you can see, there's bits of dirt and what's not mixed in with the fuel, with the fluid. So I'll just give you a side view here. All I've got to do is pump this syringe, which I've got stuck in the cylinder at the back there. So if you just pump that, the fluid should come up to the reservoir, like you can see there. I'm going to fill that as high as I can, and then what I'm going to do is pop this brake lever back on. And then just tighten that down, because what I need to do is pump the brakes, because there's trapped air inside the actual lever itself, assembly. As you see, as I'm pumping the brakes, you see the air's coming out, sorry, and the fluid level's gone down. So I'm just going to top that back up. See, it just pumps it back up again. filled it right back up again. So I'm just going to carry on pumping the lever until I can dispel all the air that's inside the actual handle itself, and you can see the tiny little air coming out, the tiny little hole there as I'm pumping it. Just got to dispel all of that air completely until I'm satisfied that they're all gone. It's all gone. There you can see all the air's gone now. Okay, so it's just a matter of removing the syringe quickly and popping the refill screw back in, and you will lose some oil when you're doing that. That's why I filled the reservoir right up. And you can see now I've pressed the lever, now I've got pressure. Now there's brake pressure, and I will have to adjust the brake cylinder. So now that that's done, just put a bit of tissue around there because there's going to be some fluid coming out when I put this cover on, as you can see here. Not sure what the rubber bars on the underside does, but now you can see I'm just tightening the screws, and I've got it all pretty much done now. Let's clean up the area. I've got the rear brakes sorted. I'm just going to repeat the procedure on the front brake. Okay, now you can see I've got pressure on the brakes. So just going to fine tune now. Just got to adjust these adjusters, one on the inside and one on the outside, to get the right tension on the pads. Just make sure they're not rubbing against the disc. Just got to get it right. And that pretty much concludes. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe.